Namaste.
Namaste. Namaste. I think we have just gone on air, and this tutorial is being recorded, as you very well know. Okay. Okay, let me do a screen share and is my video all right? I see a
Is your what?
video all right?
Oh yeah, it's actually as good as I've ever seen it.
Okay. Because I saw there was a lag. Anyway, it happens.
You're in sync, which you often are not, but you're in sync right now.
Okay. This tutorial is about Twitter and about how you can use tools to you're making notes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that okay?
It's a change.
Well, I'm expecting some big ideas here, so that's why I got the notepad out.
Yeah, one thing about I hear a lot of creaking noise from your is that your chair?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Because I was trying to, okay, let me do a screen
Although
share.
today it might be my bones, but it was my chair. My bones are doing a lot of creaking now.
Okay, this is my browser. I've opened a new tab and I'm going to go to HootSuite. HootSuite.com and okay. So if you don't have an account already, you would need to create one. It's free, but it says I am already logged in. I wanted, okay, sign out. I'm deliberately signing out. Yeah, this is what you would get when you come into HootSuite. You can sign up or log in. I would be logging in. HootSuite is available on Apple devices as well as Android, in addition to being available on the PC. There is a Hootlet for Chrome, which you would see here. I'm using Chrome, so this is what is known as the Hootlet. I'm not sure that you can actually see this. It's quite small icon. It's the Hootlet. That's what this is. Okay. For logging in, these are the options available. Sign in with Twitter, sign in with Facebook, or sign in with Google. I'm going to use the sign in with Google option. So click on that. It takes me to this dashboard or home, as it is called in under HootSuite. And these are there are none at the moment. So these are I can schedule a few tweets to go out at specific times. I can create messages which would go out every half an hour, every hour, or whatever. And I can set them up. And once I do that, I no longer need to be next to my computer. Even my computer doesn't need to be on. It just the tweeting and so on happens automatically by the HootSuite server. So when you actually sign up and assign accounts here, this is what it will ask you to allow. It will ask for permission to tweet as you. So once you give that permission, now these are the social networks that this is as Wake Tech Integra, and then anything that I tweet using HootSuite also can go to Facebook. It can go to LinkedIn. I can add, I think, maybe one or two more, I think, because for a free account, I think 5 such accounts are available. 5 social networks, you can add them. Okay. So that is the main, and now they are saying that there also is a Chrome extension. Earlier I was mentioning a Hootlet, which is that bit there, which is slightly different from Chrome extension. And only if you upgrade to Pro, which costs money, I think it's a subscription service. I am not using the subscription. At the moment, I don't think I would need it because I'm not using the HootSuite that frequently, nor do I'm until I reach a stage where I have to use have to have the features that the Pro thing allows me. Until then, I don't need to pay anything. That Pro option allows me to create bulk messages. That is typically done by big companies, as in say, if you Twitter is there. On Twitter we have big names like BBC or CNBC, all these networks, TV networks. Guy Kawasaki has openly said that what he tweets is actually not he himself tweeting. He uses a tool or maybe even a team of people to do the tweets, but only when he says he is doing his Google Plus shares, but not tweets. Okay. So this is scheduled as of now. There's nothing scheduled. So this tells me about the past scheduled. I had the scheduled tweets long time ago. Yeah, there. See, these were the tweets that I had scheduled, and the green means the tweet actually did happen. These are the tweets that I had scheduled long ago, and these happened, and for some reason this one did not happen. That's why it is red. It says post is duplicate. That's why it didn't happen. So the Pro, I think, also allows a team to tweet on your behalf. which is why this require approval is an option there. So if you have a team of people who would be tweeting on your behalf, and they want to tweet something which may need your approval, that's when this comes into play. Okay, shall we? These are the few drafts that I had saved. This was long ago. This was when my dear friend who passed away, Corinna Shepherd, when she was video blogging with me. This was long ago. And these were the tweets that I had scheduled and sent out when I was doing the Hangout on Air series for Prince 2. So maybe we can, David, with your help, create a few drafts, not drafts. Okay. This tells me what everyone else is tweeting. These are some of the some of whom I follow, and these are the mentions. If someone mentions my Twitter handle, which is VakeTech Integra, that appears here. So your picture appears here, David. Zara had tweeted saying she liked a YouTube video which I did with you, and this was long ago, Prince 2, as it says, Prince 2 episode 3. But
yeah, it's my. I'll tell you how that's over a year. I'm not even looking at the date because I was living in my former apartment.
Yeah.
So when that goes out like that, when Zara tweets that, anybody in her network that happens to see it could actually play the video.
Yeah.
Okay. See our friend Jason down there.
Yeah.
Right underneath Zara.
Yeah, and these are all more than a year old now. July 30th, 2014. More than a year ago. Which means that even I have not been using Twitter at all in the past year or so.
I saw Preston's name on there. His birthday was yesterday.
Yeah. Okay. So these are the tweets that are happening at the moment. These are some of the.
That's on your homepage.
Yeah. Okay. Shall we create a? Shall we? Okay. Let's see what all other things. I have not been on HootSuite for a long time, so. Okay.
Actually, I did a posting this morning in G+, and the posting itself is more than 140 characters, but we could get that. We could get a tweet down to the 140 characters pretty easily. Actually, the lead sentence that Global Entrepreneurship Week is November 15th. Come and join dreamingwithentrepreneurs.com. That could be a tweet. I mean, it's timely. It's important. It's a marketing thing for me. And you might want to read the the posting, or why don't you just post the posting that I did in or a screen share of the posting I did this morning, and then we could create a tweet out of that. One reason why I'm suggesting this is that I think where you are potentially going with all this, and we might not necessarily hear it today, that there are tools out there that allow us to integrate our marketing messages. And I think that's one of the main themes of this tutorial, is that integration.
Yeah, HootSuite allows you to, yeah, as I said earlier, it integrates, I mean, any posting that I do can go into Facebook, LinkedIn, but that there is a but there, and that is, for Twitter you need, you can have a message which is the maximum of 140. I'm coming back to that message length later on. That there are a few other things to be thought of, but for Facebook, you probably want it to be more descriptive, probably want it to be a bit longer. For LinkedIn, again, same thing. The focus will need to be different for on LinkedIn. So yeah, Hootsuite can be used to post once and to all of those networks, but there is a focus issue there. Focus will be, I mean, if you simply post what you actually meant to go out on Twitter onto Facebook, okay, it's not that bad. But if you put the same thing on, say, Google Plus and LinkedIn, you would potentially look like a spammer. But that's one of the aspects. Okay, let me go back to Google. You are muted, David.
Yeah, I don't want you to hear my creaking chair.
Yeah, you
comment, if you will, Vivek, the fact that Google Plus is now indexing tweets. And so that's even because, you know, because you and I work closely together, but I have only been using, I spend 99% of my time on Google Plus for right or wrong. And so as we're marketing some of the things that we need to market, I need to expand my marketing effort to include Twitter and Facebook and LinkedIn. And it then becomes, you know, that's one reason why I wanted you to, you know, kind of get me going here today, so I can understand what I need to do to make my messages accessible in you know, more than one network. And some things happen, and I understand how Google Plus works because I'm there every day. I don't understand how the other social networks work because I don't use them. I find Facebook very cumbersome. It's very, very difficult because the things I do and like about G Plus are not available in Facebook. Not that Facebook doesn't work. It doesn't, you know, it's very challenging for me. Twitter's a little bit different. Twitter is it's an animal unto itself.
Twitter, as far as I know, is more of a it's like birds tweeting, as the name indicates. It's a lot of birds tweeting, and it's like more noise you make there, more visibility you get there. So it's essentially that it's quality and actual content is not that important. I'm not saying it is not at all important. I'm saying it is less important on Twitter because people on Twitter, people tend to make a lot of noise with much less concern about the quality, or it's more like a playground of 7-year-olds or whatever you want to call it. It's all messy. It's all messages flying all over the place. But one thing one has to be careful about is never say anything which can be seen as being against a religion, against a race, against accepted policies of social life and so on, because we have heard, heard stories on news that some people who thought they were making an innocent comment on Twitter, their career got destroyed because the comment they said was seen as being racially offensive, and so that person really got lost the job and all that. So other than that, quality is secondary on Twitter. Twitter concentrates more on making noise. You keep making noise, and as a guy Kawasaki says, it's to create a perception. So here I'm on the screen. I'm showing the Google Plus post you were mentioning. I hope this is the one you're talking about, David.
Yep, it is.
One thing missing on this post is where is the image, David?
Interesting.
There's no photo. There's no image.
Well, sometimes when I do it, when I put a plus down there, the image comes up. But obviously it did not. Interesting. I didn't, I wrote this, posted it, and didn't really study it, moved on. There is no image there. Maybe what I need to do is
this is one of the biggest advantages of Google Plus.
You go back and edit it.
Go back and edit it. Add a picture, a photo, image, even a video, all that. And in fact, I suggest you do that with this post if you want to. If you want to tweet about this. Yeah, you wanted me to show this.
Yeah, so my question is, okay, I would definitely want to tweet that first sentence. The first sentence there, Global Entrepreneurship Week is the week of November 15th to 21 this year. That's information. I probably would want to put an action item step in there.
Okay. Yeah, I was mentioning the number of characters available and so on.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, you can count the number of characters that are used here, but more than that, okay. This is what I'm going through now is a concept which needs to be understood. In the Twitter world, you tweet something, and the only way you gather volume, because as I said before, on Twitter it's the amount of noise you make above and over and above your chair's noise, David.
Okay, I got the message. I'll mute myself.
Okay. So, yeah, a Twitter message can be 140 characters long. That is the maximum length. But then the only way you get more volume is by having other people tweet your tweet, which is known as retweeting. You tweet something, few of your followers find it interesting, beneficial, and so on. It matches their what they are trying to do, and so on. Or maybe even plain simple, they want to help you. I know you hate the word help or being helped, but that the only way is they retweet your tweet. So when they want to do that on the Twitter tool, what happens is their Twitter handle gets added onto the message that you tweeted. So it says RT and their handle, which means that if your original message was using up all the 140 characters, then they will not be able to retweet because you have already used up all the 140 characters. When they try to retweet, the Twitter says, no, you can't. Or worse, it might truncate characters beyond 140 because the moment their Twitter handle is added to the tweet that they are doing, they will be obviously exceeding 140. So when you want people to retweet, you have to make sure that your message allows whoever you want to retweet to add their own handle and even maybe add their own little message at the end, or I mean, you want them to be able to add a few of their own bits there. So typically you need to subtract your Twitter handle, the length of your Twitter handle, and a few more, 4 more characters you have to remove. So for me, actually, with my Twitter handle as Wake Tech Integra, which is 18 characters, I think it is 18 characters long. Let me count: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, Wake Tech Integra itself is 15 characters long, but when you add the it becomes 16 and 2 more. So round about 18 characters are gone for that alone. And then there is few more because the Twitter would add RT and a space. I think they are doing some changes to that. I think they are not. I'm not entirely sure whether they still count those RT as RT and space as 3 additional characters or not.
Okay, why don't you do a screen share and retweet those first 2 lines there. There's about 80 characters in those lines. SmallBizDavid is another 14. So plus or minus, we're at 100 characters. If you just retweeted.
This one?
Yes. Well, no, just do the first 2 lines.
First 2 lines.
Yeah, plus Global Entrepreneurship Week is the week of November. Yes. Those 2 lines right there.
Okay.
Retweet those and let's see what happens.
Okay. Go back to HootSuite. I click there. I've pasted that. The plus does not mean anything on Twitter. So, and here's the other thing. You don't really need to spell the words correctly. You don't need to. If it comes to that, you can.
Okay, let me ask you this question. The folks at Global Entrepreneurship Week, they themselves will be doing a lot of tweeting. They probably are right now.
Okay.
And so how does the fact that I am talking about Global Entrepreneurship Week, how does that impact? Does that bring any more, does that necessarily bring any more attention to my tweet?
Yes and no. It's actually beneficial. It's like this. Let me bring. Let me give you an analogy. Let's say somebody. Let's say there is a. Let's say you are in the middle of a town and someone stands up and let's say starts singing. Let's say someone starts singing and you, let's say for example sake, let's say you like that song, you want that song to be heard by lots more people. The easiest thing you can do is sing with that person who is already singing. So you are adding one more voice. So similarly, when two of you are singing, maybe another person will come along and join. So there will be, it will all end up with 10 or 15 people standing and singing the same song. Hopefully, all melodious and whatever. But that is the concept of retweet. That is the concept of retweet. A single bird is tweeting something, lots of other birds join in and join the song the bird is singing. So that is the concept of retweet. So here in this case, I would say if Global Entrepreneurship Week have their own Twitter account and they are tweeting, and you want Global Entrepreneurship Week message to be louder, then going back to my analogy, they are already singing. So you join in their song and sing with them. In other words, you retweet their tweet. They are tweeting, whatever they are tweeting, you retweet their tweets. And that's not say I'm not saying that I'm not saying you should not add your own tweets. You add your own tweets, yes, in the sense when lots of people are singing, it's not that everyone is going to sing in unison. Someone may add their own nuances of sound variety.
Okay, let's do this just for testing, so to speak. Take the space out of in between entrepreneurship and week. Take that right there. Take that space out. Okay, now tweet that, and let's see what happens. Let's see how it shows up in the stream.
Okay, here is another thing that you can do.
Oh no! What I wanted you to do is right after this year. Yeah, right after that, please join us. Please join us.
Okay.
You can put a small J on join. Yeah, there you go. Let's see what happens. Let's see how it shows up into your stream.
You don't need...
I was just trying to be polite.
Yeah, polite, and as I said before,
In Twitter, you don't have to be polite.
You don't have to be. It's not as if that's the and you don't have to be even even the spelling. You don't have to be correct. You don't have to be accurate. As long as it carries the meaning.
Yeah.
And okay, you're saying join us. Okay,
that's fine. So join us is fine.
Yes. As someone who reads your tweet, how can they join?
Okay, well that's exactly why I wanted you to tweet, because when you
no, answer my question. How are they going to join you?
Well, if you go to the
to do that, this is the possibility. You can add a link here.
Mm-hmm. Dreaming with Entrepreneurs.
You mean the
website? Is that eating into the 140 characters?
Yeah, have I spelled it correctly?
Mm-hmm. Is that eating into the 140 characters?
Not necessarily. As it is, yes. That's why this button is there, which is shrink.
And it gives it a shorter URL. Oh, there you go. Why did your logo come up? That's interesting.
Because I am tweeting it.
Oh, because you're tweeting it. Okay. Now, okay, so hit that link. I mean, that's that tweet is in the stream now, right? Oh, you're getting ready to send it. Okay. Okay. Now let's go to your stream. See what it looks like in your stream.
There it is. My stream is here.
Okay. What does that blue dot mean? That you're online tweeting? Is that what that means?
Blue what?
There's a blue dot right underneath, right next to your profile picture. There's a blue dot. Does that mean you're online tweeting?
I don't know. Maybe.
Okay, so now hit that shortened URL and let's see what happens. There we are. Okay, so now I've given myself some work because I need to.
Now, yeah, that's David. This is one tweet, and there are, if you count the number of tweets that go out there in the Twitter world, this is nothing. Absolutely nothing. Counts for absolutely nothing. So
then why do it?
What you need to do is go on tweeting this or a variation of this message,
which I will,
using this tool here and schedule.
See how we tied it all together?
Yeah.
We showed a real life example. So now, okay, so back to your comment, whether something is perceived to be spam or not. If I tweeted a Global Entrepreneurship Week message every day, is that too much? Well, one a day?
One a day is nothing. Even once every 50. As an example, look at this stream. Look at what others are doing. Look at what others are doing.
I don't understand what you want me to look at. Oh, because BizTalk right there. You're just using them as an example.
Yeah, look at what others are doing. They as I said, if you worry about, oh, will they consider me as a spammer, then you've lost the battle already. Because Twitter is, as I said before, you need to make a lot of noise. So make a lot of noise. only then you will be heard, because Twitter is full of people who are tweeting. And Twitter is two things happen on Twitter. One is typically someone saying, see, for example, here, this one says, looking for jobs in beauty, hair, holistic, aesthetic, retail, front of house, whatever that is.
What is that? Oh my gosh.
And see, he or she tweeted that at 10:34, and
1 minute earlier. Yeah.
1 minute earlier, this is the message. So every minute this person is tweeting something, every minute. And David, you were talking about one tweet a day. One tweet a day. Compare that against one tweet every minute.
I have to hire a staff of people to do it. You know who's the biggest tweeter?
No, you don't need. No, exactly. No.
Well, yeah, with the HootSuite, you just schedule it. But you have to come up with a different message. You still have to come up. You can't say the same thing every minute. You can't. You got to come up with a new message. So you have to create.
That's exactly when you reach that stage. That's when you need this upgrade to Pro. And where was it showing?
I don't think I'll reach that stage in my lifetime.
Yeah, when we reach that stage, we can do that at that point, but not that's when this bulk message upload. This is what for example, you create a, say, 100 different messages. 100, I'm going as an example. I don't know whether it is too low or too high, but 100 messages, create them, bulk upload them, and then you allow the HootSuite tool to go on tweeting on your behalf. And
you have to tell them.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I want to do here. Okay, let's create that same message. Okay, and
we need join us in there.
Yeah.
Or no, I can see you don't need join us if you've got that link, right? That's your thought. Remind me that I need to add a page to the website.
Okay, this is the message. Now, if I hit this button here, it goes out now. Instead, if I hit this button, I can schedule it. Okay, I can schedule it to go at, what's the time now? It's 10:44 here. It can go out at 10:50, and this is their marketing message saying that if you want to save time, try the bulk message uploader. If I click that, it will take me to upgrade to Pro, and it will ask me for credit card details or
I don't think you want to do that publicly, do you?
No. So that is the.
Okay.
So if I hit the schedule button,
but it says off there. Do you need to turn it on?
At least 5 minutes into the future, it says, okay, as I was talking to you. Okay. 55.
You need to turn the scheduling button on.
So these are the profiles. I don't know why it is showing me that, but I can edit. Oh, because of this, I think I can get rid of them. Okay, so it tweets at that time, approximately 9 or 10 minutes from now. It tweets that message, and the point is, I can go on putting the same message over and over again. I can if I want to.
Okay, by the way, before I forget, I'm giving you an assignment for Global Entrepreneurship Week.
Okay.
You got 2 months to get it done. I'm just kidding. What I'd like you to do, and maybe we can make it, we'll play with it a little bit, but the reason why I want to get real involved now in promoting it, and if you read my Google Plus message, I'm looking for classrooms around the world that want to do a live HOA with me, talking about a chapter of my book, and this will be me mentoring students around the world about entrepreneurship and small business. That's the concept. And the reason I'm starting to do this is I met with some folks just 2 blocks away from my house, and they are going to it's a school, it's an after school program, and they want me to, they wanted me to come in and be a tutor in their after school program, which I may or may not do. But we started to talk about Global Entrepreneurship Week, and they will definitely be participating as a school in Global Entrepreneurship Week. Great. That's the objective. I'd like you to find somebody in your neighborhood, if you could, in the UK. And we could have a fun thing where we have a UK classroom and we have a United States classroom, and we just talk to the children, the students, about entrepreneurship and small business. It'd be kind of, it's what the week is all about. So I don't know how close you are to a school in your neighborhood, but
I am practically sitting next to a school, but I think at the moment they are on summer holidays.
Well, we got 2 months. We have 2 months to do it, but
yeah, and it's the school next to me is probably too. It's a primary school, so the kids there may be too young. I don't know.
Absolutely not. The children that initially I'm going to be working with are 4th, 5th, and 6th graders. I mean, that's the age of the kids that come into the program.
Okay, probably we need to work out how do I approach the school, because I as you know, I'm hesitant to do that, mainly because people see me as either going too aggressively or not at all forceful enough. So I need that.
Well, I can approach the schools. If you give me the contact information, I can approach them and say that I have a local representative right next door to you that will help execute any details.
Yeah.
I have no problem doing that. Just get me the contact information and I'll do it.
Yeah, let's do that. Okay.
Actually, interesting enough, as a sidebar, Global Entrepreneurship Week I think this is their 8th year. And it was started by the Kauffman Foundation. I didn't even know about it the first year because they were just starting, and I didn't find out about it until year 2. The very second country government, so to speak, to get involved was the UK. The UK was the absolute second partner into the whole program. So now, subsequently, the UK is extremely active, because they've been around 1 year less than the Kauffman Foundation. So it's even more appropriate that you're in the UK, and we're trying to get some UK involvement. As a matter of fact, the president of Global Entrepreneurship Week is from the UK.
Okay.
So just some little sidebar stuff.
Yeah. So yeah, as I was mentioning, I am hesitant in the sense it's because I always struggle to find a right balance between going full blast technical stuff or sales stuff, or I am aware of that, and that's why I hang out with you, David.
Okay, you got your point across. I'm the marketing and sales guy. You're the technology guy. So you give me the contact information. I will contact the school.
Yeah,
and then I will say that you're going to help me out on a local basis because you're right there.
Mm.
And they might need your technology services. Who knows?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Here is what the scheduled. I'm sharing on screen now. The scheduled messages. These will go out. So I can go on creating messages like that, and add them, schedule them at different times. And they would go out at that time. So this is one thing. Anybody who wants to use Twitter for their marketing needs to make use of.
Well, we just created something for me. Twitter is going to become my major, equal to G+, but it's going to be my marketing tool to talk about global entrepreneurship. Like, that's going to be the theme that I hit home with in Twitter. And so I will use that as the big, because it's perfect. It's Global Entrepreneurship Week. It's all over the world. It's a good topic. It's a good subject matter, good content.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess we have covered what else is there. Yeah, of course, the HootSuite gives you lots of tools, Google Analytics and URL click stats. Okay, I'm not showing anything on screen.
So if I went back to HootSuite, and I now have to set up a HootSuite account, which I will do. When I go back to HootSuite, it will tell me how many people clicked on the URL that drove them to Dreaming with Entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
So this is the I wanted to show you the reports. Why is it showing templates? Okay, it says I haven't created any reports. It says can create lots of reports. Tools. Yeah, the tool needs. We need to.
We'll do that. By the way, I gotta go catch a bus here pretty soon.
Yeah. So I guess the core message I think I have given. So Twitter, for me, it comes down to actually 118 characters, David. For me,
why is that?
Because 15 characters is my length of my handle, and a few more for RT space and so on. So if I tweet with 118 characters, a message which is within 118 characters, then I would have a greater chance of somebody retweeting my message without losing the integrity of my own message. That's the whole point. You can tweet 120 characters and people may still be retweeting it, but they would probably delete some characters in your message to fit to be able to retweet. Well,
I got to start doing it because I've got, until you asked me yesterday how many Twitter followers I have, I didn't really know because I don't use it, don't pay attention. But
Yeah.
I have over 6,300 followers on Twitter. So we'll start tweeting Global Entrepreneurship Week.
Yeah.
There you go.
And since you're talking about Global Entrepreneurship Week, it would be good if you follow them. They find out whatever is their handle, follow them, start tweeting their message, and then add your own. I would maybe here is a likely strategy. This is a suggestion. You add, modify, delete as you please. You retweet their message. You select a specific message from them and keep retweeting that same message every 15 minutes. And in between the 15 minutes, you have your own message every 7.5 minutes or something like that. One of your message. So once you do that, you can do that. The problem with not having a pro account is that you have to create all those messages yourself. You have to type in each of them. You can cut and paste. But it gets a bit tedious. But I would still say do that. Maybe probably to take at the most half an hour or something of your day. Set this tool going for every day, and then if you repeat it as many days as you want, you would have a marketing campaign going on Twitter. The point is, it has to be, as I said before, on Twitter, it's the more noisier you are, the more likely people are going to
respond,
watch, or even notice.
Pay attention, yes.
So yeah, okay. So that's
see, you are a marketing. You know more about marketing than you want people to believe about you. May I summarize?
Yeah,
I was going to say, can I summarize today's discussion?
Yeah.
My summary statement is: integrate, simplify life.
Thank you.